Welcome to another episode of People of Penang. And today we have photographer, amateur botanist, and many more I'm sure you're going to tell us about. Sean Liew.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast. And you know what? I'm smiling because before the camera started rolling, we got into in-depth. You just made me laugh.
And Moe was late. He forgot there was a recording.
Thank you. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thank you, Sean, for being patient.
No worries.
Yeah.
It was good. I know it's a good way to warm up.
It's a cool way to warm up. And
Yeah.
you came in with such hospitality, despite me being...
So, you are here for a shoot, is it?
Yes. I basically came back from KL to shoot the Masimagam Festival, which I've done for a few years.
This is at Batu Feringhi, right?
At Teluk Bahang.
Teluk Bahang.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more?
It's basically Masimagam is a very Southern Indian Tamil festival. It's about bathing and absolving your sins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it coincides with the Magam asterism in the Tamil calendar in the month of Masi. So that's why it's called Masi Magam. But what's special about Penang is that they, instead of saying just going out on the parade on the road, they bring the deity out on a boat and she goes out to sea. So that's the unique part of the festival in Penang, which I think even a lot of Penangites do not realize. I mean, it's something special that we Penang have.
So instead of a chariot on the land, it's like
chariot
on
on
the
the
sea.
sea. Yo,
Yeah.
wow.
So this happens in Teluk Bahang every year.
Yes. And the reason why they go out on the sea is because the community there, it was the old fishing village.
Ah.
The one that was cleared when development came in the form of the old Mutiara Hotel,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so, but the temple is still there. The community still goes back. And that's where you get that feel, you know?
So for some context, this is beside the abandoned Mutiara.
Yes, correct.
Yes, on the way towards Teluk Bahang. Right?
Yes. So they do still come back, and I've talked to a few of them, and it's very interesting how their parents have been in the village. They were there when they were young. They have now moved to even some to Seberang Perai, and they still come back every year for the festival. So it's very crowded. The atmosphere is very electric. It's an amazing shooting place, a shooting event. Maybe some might find it overwhelming, but it's you feel that community coming together.
So this is a temple by the beach, right?
Yes, it is. It's one of the few temples by the beach.
You know,
in Malaysia.
the beautiful thing about all of this, and I think most people, either within Malaysia or even specifically within Penang, need to realize like how Penang is it's almost like a bubble of so much culture.
Yes,
you know,
it
like for
is,
example, the Thaipusam celebrations. I was
Yes.
told that here is really huge, but even in India, there are celebrations, but not as huge as here.
Yes, I've seen it in India before. It's not the same.
Really?
It's not the same. Not to our level of how the stalls are lining up the streets and everything.
You mean it's not even halfway?
Not even halfway. It's there. It's more of a religious vow, fulfilling a vow thingy.
Oh, wow.
The crowd is there, but you don't get that festive atmosphere, that mood.
A lot of times it happens because the diaspora, just like, old Spanish has been preserved in, Philippines.
Yes.
Old Chinese culture has been preserved outside the origin country.
So that's the reason why, when they migrated here.
So the
an offshoot of
PoPCast
the
and
culture-
other festivals, they have preserved it. It's like in the time capsule, where you don't find the origin place anymore.
See, even without me knowing this, right, there was always some semblance of, because like whenever I've witnessed these cultural celebrations, I have to admit that the Indian culture is one of the most beautiful in the world, and I don't mean to be controversial, but when those Aero FM DJs made fun of the Indian culture, I was mad because I was like, how could you? How dare you? And I'm openly saying it, Nabil, how dare you, bro? I actually know the guy, because back in my Fly FM and ATV days, and he's always that guy where the producer always had to say is like, can you not say that on camera? Jangan.
Well, you see, Sean here is a little bit different. You can tell he's not just into photography because he is explaining it in detail.
Yeah,
because you also work for as a guide for the Malaysian culture.
The Malaysian culture group.
right?
I mean, they've entrusted me to do a few cultural photography tours for them. Basically, the Thaipusam and the 9 Emperor Gods. So these are basically the two that sort of like the core focus that I do.
This is the beautiful thing about, you're interdisciplinary. You're not just focused on taking photos. You actually know deeper than that. That's the interesting part.
I think it's my approach to photography. It's different from a lot of the other photographers where it's all about just the image. For me, it's you must know the story behind it. What point is if you have a stunning image but you are clueless about what is the moment about? It makes no sense, right? You have a good image, but when you are asked, can you explain about what's going on? And they can't. And they do not know what's the backstory, the back end behind it. What transpired, what led to that image being caught.
Is that why whenever I look at a fantastic work of photography, I feel something? Is that what you mean? That story, that context?
Yes, correct. And I believe that most photographers who actually know the context are able to sort of capture the image better.
Oh, darn.
Right? It is almost always that it's beyond the imagery. You can actually perceive feelings from the image just by looking at it.
Is it like how right now I can feel that you're a good person? We're not buttering you up, but like I got that vibe the moment I walked in the door. There was no frowns, no nothing. You greeted me with the hugest smile, and I was like, "This guy's a good guy." Is it something similar? Well,
people always say I'm always grinning.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know. Can lead to a lot of strange and misunderstanding.
Did anybody be like, "Is this guy a loony?"
I think I had that problem when I first walked into my first class that I was lecturing, and I was like smiling all the way, and they thought like, this is one whack, crazy lecture we're gonna get.
This reminds me of a story. It's in school, there was somebody who was always smiling. So discipline teacher walks past and hits the guy with rotan. Because
thinking
why is smiling suspicious?
Something wrong, right? That's the issue. If you're always smiling, people that's always.
I think we were just talking about the 90s.
Relate to. We are from the same school, right? St. Xavier's.
No. I'm from your.
Oh, free school. Free school, a different one.
Yeah.
This is like almost a record because Eugene would always invite a lot of Xavians.
No. I don't.
I mean, not all, but a lot.
To be fair, my father's a teacher at St. Xavier's, and I think my father has taught you before, right?
Yeah.
It goes back to those.
It goes
small
back.
island people. Everybody knows everybody.
In Penang, I think you really can't escape that 6 degrees,
What, 6
We
degrees? 3 degrees?
we actually met on a small island.
Oh yes, true. The first meeting was on a very
small island, Pulau Betung.
Yes.
Well, what were you guys doing in Pulau Betul?
Oh, that Eugene will have to tell you. It's an interesting one.
It's related to him, man. One of the reasons why I want him on the show is on that trip, man, he knows so much about plants. Wait till you hear from him. But let's do a photo first.
Okay,
the
right.
photographer
Let's
first.
focus on photos.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the photo. Like how I actually ended up doing photography. Well, I can say at this point it's almost full time. I kind of got to go back a bit. I am not trained to be a photographer. I'm actually a molecular biologist by training. Then I went into lecturing. Then I went into research in environmental engineering.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. It took me a while to It took me a while to process.
It's normal on this show.
I know,
We're
but it always
multi-hyphenate people.
Because it's like people do amazing things, but it's like what they studied is nothing.
Right.
Well, we're not exactly qualified to run a podcast.
And if you were to Google my name, you'll find that all the journals published are actually in water engineering and wastewater engineering, which is even my university friends is like, what are you into now? Because they
actually when I was checking, like, what is bioremediation?
Yeah, that's what I actually sort of went into, bioremediation.
Okay, I'm gonna be the.
We'll talk about that later.
What is
photos?
But because of that, photo has always been an interest of mine since childhood. Because I was born into a family that's sort of linked with photography. My late uncle was one of the pioneers for salon photography in Penang, probably Malaysia as well. And parents being teachers, they also teach photography. So basically, I have held a camera as young as 8 years old.
What was your first camera?
It was my father's Nikon FM3.
It's not even
It's a SLR. No,
Yes,
it's
yes.
not. It's not.
He
It's a-
got a legit
Speaks
camera.
like a photographer. He knows the model.
Yeah, yeah. So my next model was actually I'm quite a Nikon person. There was a Nikon F801. Then I actually had the Canon. Then I went back to Nikon again. I'm sorry, this is not an advertisement, not a paid advertisement on Nikon.
We let
Malaysia.
people advertise. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
You're here to promote yourself,
You know?
whatever.
I mean, if Nikon was to pay us, that'd be great.
Yes. Affiliate on
Yeah.
Amazon.
So anyway, when you would start working and you kind of feel like it's something that it's very routine and you wanted to do something else that you can kind of have that freedom of expression. So photography was my turn to. I mean, I could have turned to, and that is when actually I kind of admire Rexy, your previous one of the guests. In the-
Yeah.
He's an amazing
And
guy.
that because he actually was brave enough to take on botany, which is a very challenging field, to do on yourself. Being an engineer and moving on to botany, I had the interest, but I never dared to take on
So
that
I'm laughing
move.
because I have a question that just brewed in my mind.
Yes,
Is
so-
there something to do with engineering? Like you studied your whole life on machines, and then so you're like, you know what? Maybe I don't like machines.
I think the engineering background probably helped because and the reason why I changed to photography was because my first research head actually kind of told us when we were doing research projects, I do not want you to be an expert in the same line as I am because I do not want you to be my shadow. Find a niche of your own.
Right.
So that sort of hit me. It's like, in anything that I do, I need to find a niche that is very much my own.
That is really good advice because
yeah.
myself included, especially when I was younger, I was very much afraid to step out. I'm more comfortable with it now, obviously,
Right.
but like I'm talking about when I was in my teens, high school.
Right.
And I think a lot of people never get out. I'm fortunate that I did, because it's brought so many positive things in my life, but a lot of people don't, and I don't think people realize that finding your niche is not like saying, hey, you have to be different. It's more like finding yourself. What is it that jives with you?
Yeah. And so what I did was I felt that photography was a means of exploring that, and the fact that I decided not to take on fine art photography, even though I would, with all the exposure I had when I was younger, the points are there, the techniques I've learned. I decided, no, let me do something more cultural, more on the fly, on the go. And I decided to do all these events. Yeah, and that's how I actually end up doing a lot of this religious, cultural event shots.
So what drew you to that though?
Probably because I had the luck of meeting a very good mentor, Cheryl Hoffman. I don't know whether you know her or not, but she's no longer in Malaysia. She used to be in Malaysia. She does a lot of stuff in Malaysia. And she kind of drawn me into all this event thingy. And of course, her focus was very much Nine Gods. And that's where I sort of decided to go in as well. I mean, for a foreign lady, a Canadian lady, to work on something that's uniquely Asian, Southeast Asian, I felt that, we as Southeast Asians, as Penangites, we are not appreciating it to that level.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, hey, this is our heritage.
Yeah.
Someone should step up and do it.
There's also another Canadian lady, right? Jean Di Bernardi. She learned Hokkien just to document it.
And you imagine, these are the people it's not their cultural background. It's something very alien to them, and they're willing to step up.
So it's kind of like how I'm not saying all of us, but it's there as a trend. We kind of almost idolize the Western culture as opposed to them. They're like, you like this? Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, I think it's not about Western culture. It's about, like the fish doesn't appreciate being inside water.
Yeah.
It's just a normal thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a normal thing.
I remember we talked about this before. When Georgetown got UNESCO, ranking and all that, a lot of Penangites were like, really, is it that awesome? You're living in it, you don't realize.
Well, that's the thing. I think it resonates with me as well, because when somebody asks me about Penang, sometimes that's the response that that was the usual response.
So
that
it's similar to what I
I
was telling people. Well, this was pertaining to food because I was telling people like when I grew up in the States, right? Rendang cost $300 to make.
Oh, seriously?
It was fine dining. Everything
Wow.
we're eating on a normal is actually fine dining over there. Everything we're eating fine dining here is like normal over there. What do you think burgers and pizza is?
Right.
It's poor man's food.
Right.
You think Italians are impressed by Italian food? That's just food to them.
Right.
Exactly. That's why they always like, what is this? 300 for a plate? What are you doing?
So it's the same thing like you go like char kway teow. Yeah, right.
You know how crazy they go for that? Char kway teow. Like I used to remember Chinese American family from Malaysia actually cooked char kway teow one event at school. People went crazy for char kway teow.
Oh yeah, I've heard of satay like from my godmother's side in Australia. So they were crazy about satay.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Meat on the stick barbecued? And you're nuts about satay with peanuts.
So it's this perception that
I guess it's the same
you're
thing.
right. It's
Yeah,
the same
it's the
thing,
same.
and I'm glad that you mentioned it because that's something that I wish everyday people in Penang realize that you are living in the cooler part of the world.
Yes.
I'm sorry, the rest of the world. But, you know,
It is. I mean, it's true.
But we don't have to apologize. We have the word Penang in our podcast name.
Yeah.
You should expect that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, and then for me, it's like, again,
Yes.
what my first head of research says, do not be in my shadow. So that's when I actually moved on to sort of go into, like, say, more of the Indian, Tamil cultural things.
Oh, speaking about that, I mean, how would one, whether you're a foreigner or anybody who's not matching the, I guess you could say, ethnic demographic of that particular culture, how did you get in, for lack of a better way of saying it?
I think it's actually easier.
Is it?
It is. Because I think people are more open to tell you, to teach you, because they assume that you
You're a
have zero
guest.
knowledge.
You're a
a guest. And the openness to sort of share with you is there. Whereas, like, say, if I were to try and learn about Nine gods, right, and the exercise, shouldn't you know?
Oh, ouch.
Yeah,
It's the
ouch.
thing when you know those who people, me included, who learn to speak Chinese, and if you go to China, is that the same feeling?
It's the same
Like,
feeling, yes.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you know?
You don't have any chance, man.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know.
So,
Yeah.
oh.
If you're an outsider, you're forgiven.
So it's like they look at you as less of whatever you are. you
Correct.
know?
In a way, it's, but you kind of can catalyze on that and make it as a very good way of learning. You know?
That is
Just take it as a learning opportunity.
So the community was just very open.
They're very open. I mean, most communities in Malaysia are very open.
That is true. That is true.
It's just a way of how you approach it.
Yeah.
I guess it's all about the skills of, the people's skills of approaching the subject.
Just like he goes to cover these Indian religious festivals, nobody expects him to do much, but to observe. But if he looks like one of the participants, there's like, put the camera down and start praying.
Yeah.
Oh, they would expect some sort of participation. There's a requirement.
Correct. And when you sort of do participate, you kind of get the looks. It's like, oh, he's participating. It's sort of give you plus points.
Well, doesn't that? Oh, that's funny then, because like nowadays you have this whole on the internet. X.com, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, where people are like, oh, that's cultural appropriation, mostly in the West. But I think what I'm starting to realize is that people love sharing their culture.
Correct.
And I'm okay if somebody, for me, if
Look
somebody wants to
at
like,
our
okay.
look at our dish mee goreng. It's
Correct.
appropriation.
It's
It doesn't exist anywhere else.
Correct.
It's such a
Mee
match.
goreng is little.
I think in the sense that if you look at cultural appropriation, there's actually a good way of doing it and there's actually an ugly way of doing it. So but there's a very fine line, I guess.
Shouldn't use the word appropriation. It's just mixture.
Yeah.
Roger, mix it up.
So it's I guess it's very personal, and if you're able to sort of do it, get it right, it helps.
So how would one do that respectfully? If say for example, I don't know because there's a lot that I don't, and if I'm very interested in a lot of things, but I also don't want to offend anybody because I'm not here to step on any toes. I'm here to experience just like you.
I guess the best way, honesty is the best policy. Tell them, I have no idea. What should I not do? And the most important is not what you should do, is what you cannot do. Tell me so that I don't make that mistake. Right? So basically, you try not to offend first before you try to please.
Right.
It's just basic respect.
It's respect, right? So you try not.
Seems
to
kind of
offend.
obvious then, right? I mean,
It's kind of obvious, but
Not
that
obvious.
difficult.
You know,
But
recently
people,
there are those.
don't do it. They don't realize it.
There are cases of what ugly photographers, right, blocking people
yes.
doing stuff recently and reported.
Oh
Did it?
yes, and I
During
brought
the
up,
episode, yes.
I brought up a case,
Yeah.
and because I
Oh,
felt
this is recent. The
Yeah,
recent
yeah.
one.
recent one,
Yes.
it happened to me personally.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and this photographer, and I was told that she's a repeat offender. That she does it everywhere.
I'm guessing we're not naming names.
Yeah, we're not naming names.
We're not naming
I
names.
realize we're being very respectful right
Yes.
now. Okay, we're not naming names.
Maybe it's a way that she's brought up to do photography. It's a style. But she was that close, almost touching the person with the camera when they were doing piercing. And, you know, with piercing, it requires a certain speed. You got to finish the process because the person is bearing with the pain during the process.
All right.
But if you are the photographer's blocking, making it difficult.
Oh.
It's making the job of the piercer difficult. It's making the one who's being pierced uncomfortable. It's making the family feel uncomfortable as well because the ceremony isn't going as smoothly as they like.
Oh gosh.
And with social media, it's I guess that's we can say it's the ugly side of social media. 6 degrees. In the end, you find out that you actually know a relative of the person, and they'll come and complain to you, saying like, why photographers are doing this, and you feel bad as a photographer, and you kind of got to clarify like, not all photographers. Are
Oh
like
my
that,
god,
yeah.
you actually have to say that. Not all.
Not all photographers.
It's
are-
bad when you have to say that. Like,
I
how
know.
many people have offended people,
Yeah, not
broken
all
the
photographers
rules,
are jerks.
that you have to be
Yeah.
like, not all of us.
Yeah.
But you've kind of, and I've always believed that no, I cannot be fully defensive. Like no, she has every right to do it. Like, I can't do that because you clearly know she's in the wrong, right? She should at least have some understanding of the ceremony, and the fact that a lot of photographers say, but they are not telling us to go away. They forgot during the ceremony. There's almost always a vow of silence.
Nobody told me not to steal the camera, but you don't see me stealing cameras.
That's the thing.
I mean, that's the thing that maybe I'm just an old grumpy guy from the 90s, but like for me, I always think that you don't have to tell someone that the coffee is hot.
Yeah.
It's hot.
You guys have that label.
No, it's
warning.
like,
Coffee
that's
is-
why I always think it's stupid. It's like, oh, you cannot do I'm like, of course it's slippery. Come on.
I think this is something people just feel entitled. Like it's like,
Yeah.
Remember, we have a
nobody told me, it's like-
we have war photographer here before. Come on, that has consequences if you
Yes.
do that. It's just because this is just peacetime, and people or they don't want to offend you. They don't want to offend you. You're offending them. They're just holding it. But imagine you doing in a war zone.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's
The
just,
end of you.
Right.
if you're dumb enough to go in front of people fighting, they'll just
What do you
blow
think it's
you
because
away.
nowadays there's no repercussions? I can
Yes, that's what's one of the reason.
because I can diss someone and I don't get punched in the face. In the 90s, if I diss you, oh god, we're having a fight. And
Oh,
there's no
yes.
cameras to record it, so we won't get
Yeah.
arrested too.
It's the cameras thing that
Yeah. So basically, that's why I went into something different. But of course, I do a broad spectrum of events and photography. You got to survive. You can't just survive on just one or two. And basically, that is more. I feel it's my way of giving back to society. Like the
bless
tours
you,
that I
dude.
do
That's
for MCG. It's a way of educating and sharing the information.
That's what Hidden Gems does.
And you
Yeah,
too,
and
man.
you, and you do, yes.
I'm not an organization.
No, but you are Eugene. No, really, like that. Because
Organization mindset.
that too, and a lot of people have told me, especially Rexy on social media recently. He said that you're the source of all of our like knowledge, like.
Oh yes, I love the work that he does on all digging out all those historical points.
I
and
have a
sites.
lot of blind spots, and I tend to go off on social media. And you set me right. You actually give me facts. Like.
Strangely, people think I do history, but I'm a geographer.
Well,
That's so true.
I'm interested in historical geography.
You're a man
I write about places, and if there are people, I focus on the people. But it's not people and then places. It's the
I
opposite.
think it's because the depth of your knowledge, my friend. Like the depth
Yeah.
of your knowledge is so immaculate and detailed. Like when I was quoting the Rene Descartes, right? Like you sounds like I didn't even know. And I was like, my God, this is gold,
Yeah, probably filled up with too much trivia.
That's good, I mean, it's in these days, I think people always want what's on the surface. They're not willing to look deeper than that. And he's providing that kind of information. I mean, he has the knowledge. He can provide that.
Wait till he talks about plants.
Well, likewise, I'm trying to do that with some of the events, some of the cultural aspects of Malaysia. I mean, we're very blessed that we have all this mixture of cultures, and events, and I don't know. I feel it's sad that, in fact, a lot of locals don't appreciate it. Maybe they view it as it's sort of I mean, the issue that bring up traffic jam. I got to reschedule my work because of the inconveniences. But they don't see the bigger picture. I mean, we are basically, the keepers of the tradition. A lot of them are not practiced in their life. Like you said, it's not even in their home country. It's no longer kept in that state anymore because they have moved on. Yeah.
Why I'm so interested in things is that I think I'm more of like a 19th century Victorian, and I'm not saying because the
You're a
Victorians
Renaissance man for sure.
No.
100% a Renaissance man.
I'm not praising Western culture or a certain way of doing things, but it's interesting at that time when they came to the East. This is the Orientalist view, but bear with me. They seem to be really interested in what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, if you read the records and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Currently, we are just going to do what I do was what those people's like, James Richardson Logan did back then. He goes around, records things and writes about stuff. That's it. He was fascinated by...
That feels like that's a lot.
He's fascinated by kampong houses. He's fascinated by local plants. He's fascinated by cultural practices. He's fascinated by everything.
So it wasn't like, I got a grant from my dean and then here I am.
No,
Expedition.
yeah. I mean, nowadays it's all that.
That's what it is
Oh, that's
nowadays.
one reason
that's
why
what
he has
it
a
is
monument. You see, the natives love him. There's
Yeah,
a Logan
correct.
monument.
Yeah.
He's just really genuinely interested.
Yeah, that's genuine interest.
See, I can respect that. I can respect that as in like if you are studying something, it's because you truly appreciate. But if you're doing it because you want clout, you want your name on a published work.
But now, because of information overload, people say that, I can always find out later.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true, but later sometimes it's too
Never,
late.
or somebody else can find out for me.
Yeah.
Imagine back then, if you wanted to know about this, you just have to study it yourself. There's nothing written about it.
I don't think people realize how frail human knowledge really truly
That's
is.
why the reason why I explore kampongs, topics which people are not interested in. People say, that kampong has no history. I say, let's not judge and see whether there is history. And most of the time it's like, wow, there is lots of it.
And I think the people's stories are
Yeah.
also history. It's
Yeah,
important
yeah,
as
yeah.
well, right? I mean, people tend to look at the physical build.
Yeah.
But when the intangible history, the stories behind it, people tend to forget. And those are harder to sort of document. It's tough. Yeah. And speaking of you were saying, Eugene was saying I'll find out later. Let me tell you of a form of a festival that sort of disappeared within the past. It was pre-COVID. I think it was 2000. I can't remember 2000 something.
Yep.
Beside this floating chariot boat event, Penang used to have another temple event where the deities go on the sea, but it's no longer practiced.
What is that?
For the Jade Emperor's birthday, the deity used to be put on a boat and you go all to the fishing jetties all the way until Batu Mountain down south.
Oh my God.
And you come out all the way back to Chu Jetty, and then the deity will be put on top of the platform for the night festival that more people know about.
Yeah.
After a few years, I think with the changes in the local political scene, sorry to mention it, and also
Well, we went through a lot. Let's just say that.
and the temple caretakers, it has been transformed into the standard on the road procession, and it no longer covers the fishing villages. When it originally was started, because though that community has very strong ties with all the fishing jetties.
What's the name of the...
the floating temple, the Hian Butian.
Oh.
Yeah, the Jade Emperor statue is usually housed there. And for the Jade Emperor's birthday, it used to be placed on a boat with the other deities.
How long, yeah?
No. It's not Kao Long, it's the Jade Emperor, the Ti Kong.
Okay, Ti Kong.
The Pai Ti Kong. And they would go visiting on all the fishing jetties all the way down south and come all the way back to Chiu Jetty. Now it's just a standard on the road procession. I mean, I was lucky that I had friends who introduced me to the festival before it changed.
How long ago was it before they
10
changed?
years ago.
Also, it wasn't that.
It wasn't that long, but you
this
cannot
is
say I will record it later because
It's gone.
It's gone.
This reminds me of what I was lucky to witness, but this is a opposite one. This one is it actually survived COVID.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So Hongse Estate, they have a
Okay.
tradition. Every 12 years, there is a big ceremony. There will be a bullock cart. They'll go one round the village and all that every 12 years. So it happens that it's right smack in the COVID. Okay, but right after that, they actually did it, and I recorded it. So you have once
that's good.
every 12 years. So you want to wait the next one?
Yeah, it's 12 years.
And they have a unique ceremony. They break coconuts on their belly.
Oh wow.
Like
That I'm
Somebody
not
lies on the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
with the sledgehammer, they break it, or they break it.
It will be in the book.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
So I was lucky to be invited to watch it. Some things like this 12 years thing. Wow, you're going to wait a long time for the next one.
So you always try not to say, I'll do it later, because you may not have the opportunity.
Wow, that we got really deep on that one. No, because it really is. Life is finite. All these things are very finite, and it's. Do you think it's because of that finiteness that makes it a bit more like it will never happen again? You know, I mean, it will, but like,
But you never know.
ouch. Yeah. So how does that all relate to plants? Because it seems like two separate worlds. I'm sorry. Is there any more before we get into?
Yeah. So I mean, like I said that I sort of respect Rexy for picking that move.
Yeah.
To be an amateur botanist, because I didn't dare to take move. My interest in plants started about the same time as photography. My parents used to take us to Pulau Penang.
Oh,
Okay.
my
another
God,
one that has
the
vanished.
fields.
Yeah.
Just vanished.
And you know that Sungai Libong, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And you know it's amazing, right? Good
We used
memories.
to have really good like roller coaster rides,
Yes.
man. Oh,
but
the fields.
what interests me is that they actually also have a very good selection of plant sellers, plant traders, especially orchid growers. And there was one year I remember I was about 10 years old. We walked past the orchid stalls, and I saw this one particular orchid. It's a hybrid. That really got me interested into orchids. It was a Vanda Hilo Blue. It's a blue Vanda. Blue is a very rare color
Yes.
In nature,
In
it's
nature
very-
as well. Yeah, it's very hard. And that was a stud plant. Stud plant is not for sale. It's actually used by the grower for breeding. But he put it on display. He write the stud plant, but he actually put the price. You know how much was the price?
I'm gonna say at least high thousands.
300,000. 300,000 at the time is impossible, isn't it? It'll be millions.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was counting the zeros, and I remember. So that was his way of saying it's not for sale. If anyone asks.
Until a millionaire comes like, oh, so cheap.
Yeah.
Billionaire.
Billionaire. Okay. So that was my interest, and my parents. I think my parents are pretty open-minded, pretty sort of like like, hey, I know my kids will get their act together. Okay, we'll buy you a plant. You buy an orchid. See how well you do taking care of it.
Good
Right?
test.
Yeah.
Good test.
Yeah. So my parents love doing that. It's like you say that, oh, you like it, like you're showing interest. Okay, let's get you one. See how well you do with it. Right? So they got me. I can't remember I know it's an Escocenda. Escocenda don't exist now. Escocenda are now all Vandas due to the recent taxonomical changes. It was
His botanical language is coming out now.
terms, yeah.
Is he saying that something died off?
Well, it's not died off. It's because that botanists, when they use molecular techniques, they found that what was previously thought to be two separate genus, two separate groups of plants, they have now realized that they're actually identical. They are the same group.
Oh, so nothing died. It's just like how Pluto's no longer a planet.
Right. It's just
A lot of
renaming.
times when it's first identified, it's kept in some drawer somewhere.
Dried up.
Yeah. We don't have that tag back then. The colors faded or whatever.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
It's a very morbid thing. I hated the first time I entered a herbarium. That's where they keep all the.
I'm sorry. Is
specimen.
that literally the standard where they dry it out, keep it in that?
Yes. That's what they do for botanical specimens when they
I
first.
thought they would keep it alive. Makes
no,
sense.
No, they need a sample of it
Yeah.
to compare.
But is it still usable if it's a dead?
Some of them are
pressed.
hundreds of years
Yeah.
old.
And they're pressed.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're pressed, dried. But nowadays they do keep it in spirit, in liquid form. So the structure
Oh,
is
that I would
different.
understand.
Yeah.
But the physical one is still useful compared to drawings. You
Correct.
always need the physical.
Oh, snap.
Because you could actually go back and measure it. Take it out and lift and look at the veins.
Oh, the detail.
I sound
details
clever
is,
because I learned it while following Rexy around.
See, that's why you're a Renaissance man.
I'm
this is
pretending to
new.
know botany.
This is new to me. As in, like, I didn't
yeah.
realize the intricacies of studying plants, because I thought that when a plant dries, it's you know.
Yeah, so anyway, so my mom bought me a Scosenda Memoria Chulequan. It's a small plant because it's costly. Kept it alive for quite some years. Never flowered. Then I went off to university to study and died.
Oh,
But anyway, that's how I got started.
So were you doing all these scientific name things before you went to university?
Yeah.
Or, wow, so it's
Yeah.
a long-term thing. Yeah.
It's a long-term team, and I think after that also, my dad was also parents being science teachers, and they have access to science labs. Okay, and this is going to come as a shock to you as well. My dad actually sourced quite a few because he knows the suppliers for the labs. Right? He would go and buy the chemical stuff.
I remember he was quite a humorous guy.
I think that rubbed on me when I teach my classes. It's the same way.
that could explain your vibe.
We actually did some orchid seed sowing at home. And for those who are unaware, orchid seeds are tiny. They don't have food reserves. In nature, they depend on a fungus or the fungi to feed it. And you can't just grow the seed on the soil. It needs a fungus to help it.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Okay?
Oh.
So to grow it artificially, you need to prepare a medium, an agar medium with nutrients in it.
Wow.
So it's
So
a
we-
kind
we-
of symbiosis. Is
Yeah.
it?
Well, in nature, it's a symbiotic relation.
Okay.
It's actually not a symbiotic relation. It's basically the orchid taking advantage of the fungus.
But
Oh.
also at the same time, wasn't there like a what's the name? Mycelial network?
Yeah, the basically the mycorrhizal, there's a fungus that mycorrhiza associated with the roots.
Yeah.
Rhiza being the roots.
Yeah.
Myco being fungus. The mycorrhizal fungus basically grows the mycelium into the cells, thinking that it will suck the food out of the orchid.
Okay.
The orchid has a mechanism, digest the roots. The
So the orchid is the one doing the con.
Yes.
It's like, you want to eat me? No, I eat you.
But the orchid does provide, as the plant grows, a space for them to grow inside as well. It doesn't eat all of them. So it's a safe space. But the orchid does take advantage of like, hey, I'm going to take some of you. And of course, the fungus draws out some minerals from the matrix, from the ground or from the trunk, you know. So yeah, it's not 100% 50-50 symbiosis. It's always imbalance.
It's funny how people would think, oh, plants, peaceful little
No,
things.
plants are the
It's like,
worst.
I think I saw a documentary where they speed it up. Wow, they're really
Yeah,
like.
yeah. And
It's like
Fair.
they're killing each other.
basically, the cells are digesting. It produces enzymes that can digest the fungal tissue and extract and let it leak nutrients into this.
Oh my god.
So anyway,
Crazy.
my parents were open enough. Like we went and harvested some wild orchid seed pods that were ripe enough, and we did it at home. So that's how I think my interest in botany grew.
Yeah.
So how do you find out all these scientific names? I remember one of the frustrating things is that there's so little books on it when you
We
want
used
to
to go to the
identify.
library,
Oh.
Penang State Library.
Okay.
It was at
Dewan
Dewan
Sri
Sri Penang.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And my dad would sort of like, it's encourage you, but we would sort of borrow out those books related to orchid culture, orchid growing. It was more strictly orchids in the beginning. Then in school, of course, when you win all these academic prizes, you give you a book voucher. And mine would always go into buying orchid books.
Just specifically, or you were obsessed with orchids?
Yeah, I was basically obsessed with orchids.
It sounds like somebody we know.
It is, and yes, and of course I didn't take it up to that level. He did. He was brave enough.
To write books on orchids.
Yeah. I mean that's a big step. I mean, I've got to, salute him.
Because that officially makes you an expert, right? It's like
Yes.
the moment you write books,
That's
it's like
it. You are no longer in the amateur category.
you're the thought leader. They
Yeah.
say, yeah.
Knowledge
Yeah.
maker.
So basically, it takes guts. It takes a lot of work to go to that level.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that brings on to that, like when we were young, I think we were kids growing up in the early 90s. We were latchkey kids, right? Parents let us go out and do whatever we want,
Yeah.
right?
As long as you came back, at I don't know, whatever time your parents, usually 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and as long as you know, to be safe, do not get into trouble.
Yeah.
You come back on time. That's it. And then I used to go hiking. Penang is one thing. One thing good about Penang is Penang Hill. You can't really get lost in Penang, can you? I mean, yes, there are
You're
cases.
still
of,
on the island. You're still on the
Yes,
island.
still on the island. You can't
You're
be
somewhere on the island.
Yeah.
Somewhere you'll end up to the beach.
Yeah,
Just keep walking.
It's not like if you're on the main on the peninsula of Malaysia, you're on the main range, and you keep on walking, you might end up in Kelantan. If you start from
Or tiger food.
Ooh, yeah.
yeah. So it's Penangites are very lucky because you have this safe space, relatively safe space, where you can explore. That's where it sort of builds up the interest.
And there's not too many leeches here for some reason too.
Yeah, it's kind of isolated.
Actually,
I remember going to Fraser's Hill.
Yeah,
Oh,
Going
yes.
for a few seconds, it's like, oh.
Yeah, actually.
Phrases was funny. The moment you step on the trail, if you feel something crawling on your leg, you know what it is.
Yeah.
They were standing
exactly,
there.
that's why it freaks me out.
They
Yeah.
were standing upright, waiting, and they flicked themselves. That's
You know what
amazing.
scares me when you see a whole bunch and they all do that? Like I don't know, it feels
I
like
know.
alien. Like
And you're walking down the trail and you can see like, oh my god, wait, ahead, they're all
Yeah,
there waiting.
waiting for you. We're pioneers.
So like, Penang has offered a sort of safe space for us to explore, to sort of build up that interest. And I remember when I went to university, I was offered a biochemistry course. And because they were starting major minor, at that time major minor courses were very rare in Malaysia for local universities. It was the first year they offered. I was kind of drafted into that course.
by choice?
Not really.
Drafted means involuntary.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean,
it's sort of
it's a
they-
voluntary draft.
they kind of look at your result and say like, hey, you're the top tier in this program.
oh.
Like,
They
we
just
were-
did that, like, without asking you what's your.
They did
interest?
ask like,
okay.
would you want to try and apply for it? It's like, fine.
Oh, it's
okay,
just that,
okay.
that kind of attitude where good students do science. the
Yeah,
not so good
that's
ones
the
do
thing. I think that's
Yeah.
this very bad idea of saying like, if you're good like that, I would have preferred to do botany.
Ah.
Right? I mean, I did have some parental objections. Sorry to my parents. I have to say this up. I want to do agriculture or botany, but there was some objections.
I kind of figured.
Yeah. So, but when you got to that, I was a bit cheeky as well, but I still kept on slipping into classes for the botany programs. And that's sort of kind of where I actually got a lot of my botany background. And of course, I make full use of the university's library to go through all the cryptogram botany books, the orchidology books, the gymnosperm botany books, because it's there. Hey, those were the days where we were not playing on our
Yeah, there's no such thing as like, I'll
handphones.
Google it.
Yeah,
you know.
Google it, or 24 hours on your handphone.
Or there's no way for me to fact check. If you were to tell me a fact, I'm like, I'll have to accept it.
So you go to the library, get the books out, and and that was also where my interest in terms of culture, especially Southeast Asian culture, because in University Kebangsaan Malaysia, we actually had this Galaxy Asia Tenggara, Southeast Asia collection, and they actually had lots of these books about all the Western where they write about their views and their perception of the locals. So I find it was very interesting, and also it sort of triggered me to think like these are people from the outside looking at your culture. Like, where are the locals doing it?
Yeah, where are the
the locals
locals?
doing
Where
it?
is that
I
narrative?
also noticed that if the European botanists who are around here in the 19th century, right? The interesting, it's not they only do botany, because while they explore it, they document other things
Yeah.
which are invaluable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like doing something else, maybe trying to set borders, set business trade, but while they're doing it,
No, they're doing maps. They're doing basically record what villages they go to.
Basically,
the culture.
the culture, the
Yeah.
living, the
So although they are
anthropological-
botanists,
yeah.
they are actually without them we won't know many things.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Even trails. And some of them, it's not just the botany part of it. The exploration.
Like the first account of this known account, of course, people in thousands of years ago were up in Jerai, but the first known written account was by botanists. They were just going up there to look for orchids.
Yeah. And of course,
Yeah.
they do then write about.
So
Yeah.
botany, in a way, is like the
Contributing to-
Yeah.
the scout of the
And
science
then, oh,
world.
by the
Yeah.
way, we also found a platform up there.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking, because you would be out there scouting and
Yeah.
artifacts would be
Yeah,
found
yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever whatnot. But it does seem like botany is the scout of the science.
Because botany forces you to be out. Botany and zoology, let's be fair to the zoology.
Oh yes, of course, because there's also animals.
The birds and the animals forces them to be out there on site rather than being armchair or just sitting on comfortably at home.
Okay,
Quantum physics.
I think it can be argued very indirectly that studying plants is so important because without these guys, we have nothing to breathe.
Fair point.
They're kind of important.
I mean that, and maybe the ocean. I mean, like those two things,
Yes.
literally. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but so that sort of got me into that thinking, and that's how I sort of applied it when I decided to do photography. Like, let me give them a sort of a local perspective. It's not just images; it's also about the experience, the human story behind it. Sadly, though, I mean, I used to blog, but nowadays nobody reads, right?
Oh God, yeah.
It depends, your segment because we had a prolific blogger right before you.
Some read.
Some read, yeah. I mean, if you want to have reach in terms of a large number of public reach, reading might not be the best segment to
Yes,
target.
it's called dancing in a TikTok video.
Oh,
with
yes,
a pretty girl.
yes.
That will go viral.
Maybe we should just go to the forest, get some plants, and do a TikTok video.
I think
More be interested in botany then.
it really depends on the topic, I guess. What Hidden Gems does is snippets of interesting stuff, right? You can put it in snippets. But if you do new discoveries, you cannot do in snippets because the context.
Yeah,
You got to
true.
explain it because otherwise it makes no sense or you're bullshitting. So that I do kind of medium long form.
Right.
People still do read my long Facebook
Yeah.
posts, but it's just a different things.
Well, it's like how recently,
I
right?
think the diversity is important. You have
Yeah.
different, groups do different things.
Can't
It's not a
remember
one size fits all.
what article it was, but I shared it on Facebook. It was about that 40,000 years ago. I was excited about it. Oh, Southeast Asia, all this history. And then I did not realize that, and you're right, when you gave me the sources, I looked at it and you're right. The journalist was too excited about the fact
Yeah.
because the paper hadn't even been published
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
It was, and I was like,
It was being reviewed.
what? Now, for me, I do love history and I do read, but the thing is, he's more in depth than me.
Right.
So hence why when he showed me that, I was like, oh my God, that is horrible. That means that a lot of what we know about science is even more fragile.
Yeah.
Might not even be.
I think these days the corruption of journalism
Yeah.
causing by clickbaiting.
True.
You're just doing sensational titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
It boils down to trying to get the reach, the number of readers, right? So clickbaiting becomes it's almost like a standard
That's kind of like
practice.
counterintuitive if you think about it, right? I mean, I get it. You want that reach, but you're supposed
So in context
to...
of that article, the title was something like, Philippines had technology before
Yes.
40,000 years ago
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
But what the paper actually said, at least what the preview said, was we propose a method to study the
Really?
fibers of this plant that it is possible to build boats.
It was
This is what
so
the
far off.
That's what
So far
scientists are
off.
very accurate in their claims, but the journalist reads it like, oh, it's possible that they could have built ships 40,000 years ago. It's like,
But also at the same time, I'm never ashamed to admit my mistakes.
Yeah.
That's why I did not delete that post. So everybody in the future.
oh
you
yes,
see
it shouldn't do that. It's
Yeah.
it's not you didn't. I mean, you are actually commentary. Commentary is important, so that people know.
But also a bit ashamed because I was like, my God.
No, but I think it's good that it's there because it kind of points out to the fact that the journalist is doing that, and people are
Thank you for making me feel better,
you know,
guys.
people should be aware in future how to read.
I mean, I'm definitely more careful now for sure.
I think this is what platforms are moving to. It's called community
Yeah,
notes.
correct. Notes,
Because there's no way everybody can fact check. The community must fact check
Yeah.
itself.
That's
the only way.
Not everyone has the time and the means to go and
No
fact check.
company also, because it create biases.
Ah.
No matter how good your intentions are, you could hire a whole team of people just to figure out the facts.
Well,
That's
then
just
you're
not,
doing
it's
a
not
great
sustainable.
service then, because the thing is, right, like for me, I know my biggest strength is I'm loud, right? But if I'm loud in the wrong way, I could create misinformation unintentionally, which is not where my heart is at, because people might find it annoying, but I don't. I would always be like, okay, Eugene would always make sure I'm not an idiot.
That's what good friends are for.
That's what
right?
my friends are for. Because there are many times he's pulled me aside, and Eugene, there's many times he's pulled me aside. It's like, maybe you shouldn't say that online, or maybe you should, because
I'm more versatile. I don't reprimand people. I just provide evidence.
No, and you do it respectfully, and that's what I like about the way you do it. Because for me, I'm a loaded gun and I'm like pew 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 pew,
All ready to go, right?
all ready to go.
Yeah, I think it's true that not everyone has not every organization has the ability to fact check. It's just whether they are. Sometimes it's about reaching out to the right people, right?
I think that, this difficult part is our country is. I'm not criticizing our country, but the reality is certain things about our history. Like you would think that the museum authority would know what the certain facts, but sometimes they fall short.
Yeah.
So when people trust that, you cannot just face value. You have to have, the community.
I would
check
also
it.
like to say, not all museums,
All museums. All museums.
but enough to notice.
I'm also thinking of what my friend Serge Jadot, the guy in Malacca, is going after. Penang is not that bad, but in Malacca, he's going on this crusade to get facts right.
Oh,
It's
there's
just basic
somebody-
facts.
A friend of yours
It
is
must be
doing that.
tough then,
Yeah.
because with all the misinformation.
Yeah. Because Malacca history is even more complicated.
Yeah, it is.
Because of the different languages.
Wow.
It's just so easy to get wrong. I think he found like 46 errors in some site.
wow.
46.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
Is it because like in Malacca they went through a period where there were just museums popping up, which is good. I mean, like appreciation for history, but it seemed like a lot came out in the
Fun
last
fact.
15.
The Art Formosa is not Art Formosa.
Then what the heck is it?
It's just the gate called Porta Santiago.
Yeah.
An interesting fact, the Penang government blew it up. Story for another day.
Sorry, Malacca.
Yeah, the fort was
You got to apologize for
the fort was dismantled by William Farquhar.
Farquhar, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he was ordered to.
Again,
He was
Malacca,
ordered.
very
Okay,
sorry.
it was ordered. Yeah, he was ordered.
And he's actually the great 5 times, I think, grandparent of the former Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he admitted he's 1/16
Yeah.
Malaysian.
Right.
Oh, he openly did it. I got a video clip of it.
Yeah, so see, even these basic facts that that tower hasn't existed for hundreds of years, but our history books
I've always
calls
Yeah.
it that.
So where is Ava?
So these are the intellectual laziness that's he's trying to combat.
It's always a tough job.
I feel lied to.
all
Like,
these years.
Yeah,
right?
I feel
the textbooks that you're
I
reading.
feel really lied to now. 'Cause
In 1795, there was a fleet was sent from Penang to Malacca.
yeah.
The British.
Oh.
The British were in charge of Malacca
Yeah,
twice, but people forget that before it finally handed to them.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is something which I think
It was technically a dependency of Penang.
that was a
Penang
Penang.
was- oh, so it's part of Penang. Technically. Oh, tell that to Malacca now. They get really
Oh, they're
mad.
very
They get
mad.
really
Yeah.
No, especially my mom. My mom's Malaccan.
Sorry,
I realized she's gonna-
we blew
I
up
just
the
realized-
phosphorus.
I just realized she's gonna be watching this. I'm gonna get a phone call. She's like, "What did you say about
It
Malacca?"
has nothing to do with the current government. So historical,
It's just a historical fact.
yes, yeah, it was because it was British first settlement was here.
Right,
so
right,
they ran everything from here before they had the second. Yeah,
This was the base. Yeah.
yeah.
So let's circle back to plants because I am trying to understand a lot about that world. I mean, history, thanks to Eugene and our concert podcast, I have more of knowledge of that. But plants wise, right? Let's go back to just plants in general. And when you speed it up, you can see how there's more life. Do you think it's because they're doing it at such a slow pace we don't know? Like, like maybe they're having a war right now, World War III of plantdom, and we just see the trees moving back and forth, and that's like, oh, so peaceful.
Yeah, plants are never peaceful. Some plants secrete compounds so that other plants can grow near them.
What the hell?
They're always competing for light. They're always competing for nutrients.
You've heard of the phenomena called crown shyness.
No, I have not. Please educate me.
Tree crowns do not cross each other.
What are
Because
crowns?
Yes,
This
I'm
is the
sorry.
canopy. The canopy of the tree. The tree crowns, right?
Okay,
The
okay.
canopy.
I
of
just
trees.
realized our friendship has evolved. He read my mind.
Right.
No, I really don't know what it is.
I
don't
know, you
know
just read my mind.
So
That was
basically, when you
weird.
talk about
Yeah.
the canopy, the leaf cover of the tree, the tree crown, the entire canopy, they don't in the forest. They don't touch.
Okay.
They have evolved a mechanism where it's almost like, hey, keep away from me, because obviously it's a disadvantage if their leaves overlap.
Oh snap!
Because you can't do photosynthesis. You
Oh,
can't
snap.
benefit from the sunlight. Likewise, some trees, the roots, because they want the space, but it's not seen because it's underground. They secrete compounds that inhibit the growth of other
The roots
plants.
are fighting.
The roots are fighting.
Plant wars.
Plant wars.
So do they also have allegiances in I don't know families?
Some of them do work with the fungi, the mycelium in the ground, and they are sort of interconnected.
Okay.
Again, using a third party to sort of link them together. Within the same species, they tend to be able to, basically it's the same type.
Yeah.
They can, some plants in fact do have roots system that do cross or may even have occasional linkages. It usually won't last very long because
Yeah.
it's sometimes a disadvantage of, a lot of people do not realize that when tree photosynthesize during daytime, at night the starch goes all the way to the roots.
Huh.
It's a sugar sink.
That's how maple syrup is made.
Correct. Because in winter it stores it back.
Oh
right?
wow.
Yeah, and that's why it's down on the trunk and on the roots, because that's where the storage is. Plants that have tubers storing the tuber, trees don't. They have only their roots and the trunk. That's where all the
Trees are amazing engineering, especially some of them a few stories high. How did the water go up there?
Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
Amazing
It's basically
engineering.
through this process they actually push water up, push the product of photosynthesis down to store and to actually come back again when they need it.
So it's hard for me to imagine as a layperson with barely any knowledge on this topic, because a tree to me is a solid entity.
It's not solid.
It's not solid.
It's not solid.
It's a complex piping system.
Yeah, it's a
complex
very
piping
complex
system.
piping system. You have the xylem for and the tracheids for the water,
You
which
might have to explain that to me. What is that?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they basically specialized tissue or cells
Okay,
that
okay.
make up this tissue that transport water. So xylems and tracheids are for the water.
So all that stuff in between, that's what
it's
that
in
is.
between, yes. And in between that, there's also the parenchyma, the space tissue that some of them harden up, lignify with wood to strengthen the tree. It's a very complex organ. It's not just one straight, solid wood trunk.
Oh my god.
It's a very complex system, and this system has a lifespan. Some of them will get clogged up after some time, and that's why the trees is always growing. Those trees that can grow tall and
it gets
huge.
clogged.
It gets clogged, it gets old, it gets compressed, and it becomes that solid wood that you associate timber with.
Oh snap.
Yeah. And on the outside, it's what they carry the starch and the sugars. Another set of tubes.
Yeah.
The cellular biology is very complex because it allows it to transport basically the sugar against a certain gradient. You're basically concentrating the sugars down there. And things do not like to concentrate against a gradient, right?
Yeah,
if you put
yeah,
sugar
yeah.
at the bottom of a cup and you put water on top, it will slowly dissolve until
Yeah.
it's all equal.
Yes.
So a tree, the biology of a tree is very interesting. It's just as complicated as a human or an animal. Just that it's not moving, it's not so fast paced. You do not see it. You do not appreciate it.
Evolution is so interesting. They don't have eyes, but some plants have adapted to look like certain insects to
Yeah.
trick the insects. How do they know how the insects look like? That's the mind-blowing part.
They have some perception of what the enemy is
Are
like.
you saying the carrot I had?
No.
Nose?
Yes.
Oh my.
He's gonna eat me.
Isn't a picture, right? They tricked it that come closer. Poop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel so weird now for having a salad.
And pitcher plants,
Yeah.
our tropical pitcher plants,
Yes.
are also unique. I mean, they have evolved to actually get their nitrogen from insects.
predators.
Have we
predators.
found out why? Like, is this...
Because they grow in soils that are very poor in nitrogen.
and then they somehow know that they have to eat other...
No, evolution means
It's
that those who don't adapt
They
wouldn't
won't
have
get
survived.
enough. They won't get enough nitrogen
That's
to
how
grow, and they'll die.
Evolution works.
But is it consciousness?
Selection.
Or is it like the anthill theory where...
I think it's over a long span,
Yeah,
which
it's
is hard
very-
to
So it's most likely
like
the anthill theory?
millions and millions of experiments happening, and those
mean,
who die off.
The probability of these mutations, from a molecular biology perspective, that's where I can tell you like, mistakes do happen when your cells copy DNA, and whether the mistake is beneficial or detrimental, only time can tell.
Oh, snap.
And so if it's beneficial, that you have a chance of passing on the genes to the next generation. And it will benefit them. They'll have some advantage. And likewise, that will be amplified as it goes down the line. If it's detrimental, you die early. Or it gives you sort of a breeding roadblock. Then you will not pass the genes on. And that gets weeded out. And so our mechanism of genetic copying, there are error corrections, but it's not 100% perfect.
Right.
And the fact that it's not 100%, it's where you actually get diversity.
So you want?
You want to have
Those
that.
imperfections?
Yes, you want to have that.
Okay. I mean, that blew my mind a little
Perfection
bit.
is bad.
Sorry,
It's
you-
bad.
Wow.
Because perfection means you can only survive if all the other conditions are suitable for that perfect.
Think of pandas. They only survive in a perfect condition
Correct.
where they
That's
have
true.
a particular bamboo.
They're so bad at living.
They're
they're
cute.
good at living exactly like that.
Yeah.
So when the conditions are gone, they can't survive. Of course, pandas survive because of human
You
intervention.
can say that cockroaches are
yeah.
more superior.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, they can survive
live-
nukes and...
Hey,
Yeah.
even after the
God.
Chernobyl site, they found cockroaches there,
Yes,
right?
yes, I saw that documentary.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So the reason why I had to...
I mean, ugly as they are. I mean, you wouldn't want to hug a cockroach, would you?
But it's
Yeah,
the reason...
I think pandas evolve cuteness so that humans will feed them.
Well, that might be.
no.
That could be the way their survival mechanism.
Because we're just like, oh, it's so good.
I think that's what
just
cats
gotta
do
keep
now.
them,
It's like,
yeah.
I'm so cute. Feed
Yeah,
me."
because they're so hopeless.
feed me. So the biological aspect of it's actually very interesting. It's also a lesson. It's also a sort of a survival lesson.
Right.
You kind of got to always reinvent yourself. It's not like, hey, I've studied engineering, I'm going to do engineering. I'm a biologist, I'm going to do
You have
biology.
evolved into a photographer.
Correct. Like you've involved in yourself a historical
Geographer.
Yeah. So you learn from this nature's lesson.
That is...
What have you evolved to?
Oh yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, for me, right, I've always thought that I was a failure because of my mistakes. That's why I was silent. This conversation gave me a new paradigm shift
It is a learning process.
where my mistakes are part of the evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're evolving. Otherwise, you're in stasis.
Yeah.
Oh, that
It's
is
not good to be in
that is
stasis.
so deep.
Yeah.
Because a little thing change your environment, you die because you can't adapt.
You can't adapt.
So which means like if you are, I don't want to get too deep. If you're a good student, do everything right, then like right now, AI comes
Yeah.
in, a whole bunch
like
of
in
people
book, like in book learning, if you only study there's certain Asian style of learning where it's very traditional,
Yeah.
where you are expected answers. You know who I'm talking to, which
We all know
school
what you
system. What happens if you have a problem that have no answers?
Yeah.
And that's usually the ones that are worth solving. You're lost.
oh my god.
Because you study
And you're
for
not-
answers.
Yeah. And
What
you
if
not
there are
have
no
the
answers?
mindset to sort of to be able
What if there's no perfect data?
we
and
have
you-
to clip this for future children because that was like, yeah, what if you have to answer a question with no answer?
The reality is most problems in engineering society or that's worth solving has no answers. Yet, that's why...
And that's what research and people who do research.
But if you're good at regurgitating answers, you're probably not a good researcher.
Yeah.
So is that the essence of engineering in general, where you realize that?
Well,
a way.
well, engineering has two components. I'm not speaking as a professional engineer. Sorry to all the professional
You've
engineers.
evolved into other things.
Yeah. There are sets of problems that are sort of very standardized.
Yes.
Building structures, and you can always apply a sort of a generalized standard answer to it. It solves your problem. But when you are given a new set of problems
Novel problems.
novel problems, now that's when you actually need to be able to think outside of that set of the mindset.
There's a thing in architecture called design patterns. Like we now know after thousands of years, there are certain ways to build things. You can recycle them, pillars, arches, whatever. You don't reinvent them every time.
There's no need to reinvent them.
Yeah,
right.
But if you have a thing like I need to create a tunnel under the sea that's 50 kilometers long.
It's different.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
So that is when your mind must be able to sort of shift gears.
So is that why we always tend to think genius is that crazy person?
Yeah, because I think that's because their mind is always into that different.
Yeah, like they're not part of the standard template, and like, oh, he crazy. But then like when push comes to shove, like, oh my god, we're going in space.
Yeah.
Wow.
Most scientific, I think I wrote an article before. I think it was about Fleming. It's like one interesting thing is like the question is that you can find a lot of discoveries is just that's funny, and that leads to a lot of discoveries. That's funny.
I can't remember who said it. I wish. Oh man, I was supposed to remember the name of the person, but there was this one quote that was saying that the difference between science and fooling around is that for science you write it down. It was the MythBuster guy.
I think that's what
something savage. Yeah.
As long as you can report it.
Yeah, as long as it's written down, it's science. It's not it's messing around.
Yeah, it's true, and that's where it goes. Like say Rexy from amateur botanist to expert. As long as you can write it down, right? As long as you can.
Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. Wow. Because at that point, if you created relativity, there's no knowledge because he is imagining how this thing will work out. So that's why knowledge is created, like big leaps ahead. There's nothing to read about. You're creating it. So the imagination part.
I see what you mean, because like the one thing that I had a long time to grasp.
Relativity used to be in 19 volumes.
Yes.
No, not relative. They even didn't call it that. They're trying to figure out how it works.
Yeah. And
so they have this conference, and that all the known knowledge was this. And then Einstein said, "Nah, it's just
this." I read that as well. That's why he's remembered.
Yeah. And that actually probably a lot of people were pissed with him. Yeah.
They were.
Because the thing about universe is
patent office clerk.
Somehow the universe tends to have an elegant design, like he says, because the complicated explanation is not because the universe is complicated. It's just that we don't understand it yet. Yeah. Then we explain it in a complicated way.
Oh, wow.
Just like, how the earth used to be on top of a turtle, and then somebody asked, what's below the turtle?
Yeah.
Not all the way down is turtles. That's a complicated way. The theory is sound, but it's very complicated to require so many turtles.
How far we've come. But also at the same time, like... what do they call it? Thought experiments. I had a long time before I was comfortable with that idea.
Right.
It's because what is a thought experiment? Just imagine that there's a cat in the box, and this may or may not happen. And
The difference of science is that it's empirical too, because they went after Einstein's theory. They actually went to look at the transit of Venus to see whether the light actually bends
over
So to prove it, you imagine it, but you have to prove it. That's the difference about science.
It's not just a theoretical side. You kind of get to get empirical data to prove it.
Yeah. If you want to be a fiction writer, you can just stop at imagination.
maybe that's what sci-fi writers are. They're failed scientists.
Sci-fi is great for science. A lot of sci-fi becomes science.
It's just a matter of whether you can get data to prove it.
Or build it to prove that it can be done.
But then in the case of that, right, where does stories or movies and mediums... Where's that line drawn between science and that? Because like you said, like a lot of things that are like the iPad. That was in Star Trek in the 90s, and then never thought, oh look, an iPad, So
a lot of modern science, if you talk, is based on empirical data. That's all. That's the difference between other fields where, like philosophy.
Yes.
It's just no data. You just think whatever you want. You can't really prove or disprove anything. It's a thing that begins and ends with words. Yeah, it's not a bad or good thing. It's just different in that sense. Whereas
It has its uses.
engineering, you see, if you disobey the law of physics, it will just blow up. You
It
get
will just
killed.
fall down. Yeah.
It's not. You cannot have an opinion that
Yeah.
I don't think Newton was right. you
I
know.
wonder if I am or not. It's like, dude, come on.
If you go against the laws of physics, you are screwed.
Yes.
Basically, that's it. Just don't do anything, you know.
And if you go against the laws of philosophy, you just get your feelings.
It goes a
hurt.
lot. No, actually, it's just the law of
I'm
the universe.
sorry, philosophers.
You go
I'm
against.
offending so
Ouch,
many
yeah.
people
You are
today.
good.
What am I doing?
You go against the laws of physics. Basically, what the laws of natural selection. kicks in.
So you think you can fly? Whoops! Wow. But then again, yeah, natural selection. It that's also part of the whole idea as well. I mean, not just humans, but plants. You know, where if you are hypothetically dumb enough to be too risky, you're wiped off the bloodline or wiped off the face of the earth.
But again, it's all about the set of factors surrounding you.
I think the thing is humans tend to think of win, lose, right, wrongs, fittest, not. It's
it
actually
not?
survival of the most adaptable.
In that scenario, in that
so if you are
space.
trapped in a cave, there's one group of fishes. They don't have eyes anymore, but they can live in there.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. For that, they did what it required to survive in that
In
cave.
that
But
environment.
when that environment changes, they die. Because they didn't adapt for
Well, that's a
something else.
scary thing to, because we already have existential crises, but like, you know, just everyday existence is just like,
Now,
you know?
let's put it in quite a morbid way. And our Earth is basically just like the pool in the cave, right?
Oh, jeez.
Do you realize it? You look at it, it's just a larger version of that.
Yeah.
We're so screwed.
Yeah.
We're so screwed.
Although we are slightly less screwed because we are at the verge where we can actually continue if we wanted to, but not at scale.
Yeah.
You technically could live on the moon, but it's just very expensive and
Expensive, yeah.
difficult.
So our whole idea of the Goldilocks zone is not that it's perfect for the rest of the universe. It's perfect.
For that particular.
Oh, that is so wrong on so many levels. Oh my God.
I mean, when you learn botany, you actually do see it, or you learn zoology, you actually see it, and you kind of realize like, even humans as well, it's the same thing. It's just that we have technology on our side.
yeah.
Like we are able to create, let's say, the space station that you have humans can live there for now like more than a year or whatever. But it's not at scale.
Then here's the question then, all right? Why are we the ones building spaceships and fancy satellites and buildings? Is that then like how you have that fish with no eyes, no other senses except whatever it has?
No, I
in the
think
cave?
this is the good thing because the diversity of all these technologies, we don't know what the final use is. It becomes useful. Like a lot of the computing technology comes from the space race.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah.
side effect of it?
And we are basically reaping the benefits of it, you know?
You mean the fact that we want to go to war with each other led to all this stuff?
Yeah.
Hey,
The
all your-
internet was,
Yeah.
invented by DARPA, which is the
So all your modern
Advanced Research
conveniences
Project.
wouldn't have
the
existed.
internet was created in a scenario of a nuclear war that if you destroy 80% of the networks, you can still get the information
Connection, yeah.
through, but not at the maximum speed. It will just try to hop until
wouldn't
it
that-
finds.
Going back to our concept of mistakes is what evolves,
Yeah.
complacency good for now, but you're dead when the environment changes. So the fact that we want to fight each other and that we're just so darn good at it, that
There's a recency bias though.
what is it?
It may seem that because of social media.
Yeah.
Human beings are actually less violent these days. Just think of the
But
19th
is that
century.
good then? Is that a good thing? Because if we, I am not
No,
trying to advocate war,
I
but,
think
but you know
that
what I'm trying to say. Is
we-
peace good or bad? You know, in
I
that
think we have
context.
kind of sort of redirected our
Yeah.
creative energies in a different direction. I mean, it's still there. I mean, the drive that
Now
was,
warfare, when it's not the actual warfare, it's in stadiums.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
two teams.
yeah,
or
So it's a-
comment posts.
yeah, that's a form of war.
Internet tribes.
Yeah. So basically, we have redirected our focus and our energies, and I think like in everyone's life or career, like sometimes you do come to a point where you would want to redirect and
Oh my god.
change. Yeah.
That feels like the recipe for world peace then. It's like, we're not going to stop war. We just redirect the darn thing. You hate each other? Fine, let's have a boxing match. You know?
If it settles it.
I mean, if it settles it, I mean...
Well, it's not novel. The Greeks thought of it. It's called the Olympics.
Oh!
Ceasefire. We're going to run around naked and wrestle each other.
Oh, that's what it was, right? Oh my god.
Well, now it's more of an internet fight, right? An internet comment war, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Okay. I'm very interested in this thing. I saw you're in what is bioremediation. What even is that?
Well, basically, bioremediation is the idea of using biological means or biological substances to remediate the environment. Basically, your problem is a contaminated environment.
Can you explain in less technical terms what remediate means?
Remediation means that you make it good again.
Oh, good again. That's easy to understand.
Make it good
Make
again.
it good again.
Right? So
Do we
this-
want to put that on a hat? We'll make it good again.
make it good again.
Yes.
It's like, make it
MIGA,
great again.
So it's like restoration. the
Restoration,
environment.
yes. So basically, like, in an instance, say if the ground is used as a dump site, it will get contaminated.
Ah.
So what you're gonna do is you can find biological, things that are alive or made from living material to help solve that contamination issue.
Is it like how they're finding that black fungus in Chernobyl that's absorbing radiation?
Yeah,
Okay, again,
that,
I don't... Yeah.
that
I
can
think
be.
it's also like the one in South Korea where the landfill gets converted.
Yes,
and
correct.
all that.
And,
which they try to do in Jelotong. landfill.
Those are called what we call in remediation terms a brown earth, because they're basically contaminated brown earth. It takes, I think in Germany they have done it. Brown earth was converted to a park, and the trees and everything they help to sort of control the contamination, either transforming the contaminants into harmless forms or sequestration. Basically taking it up and basically you remove the plant material. It's all spread in the soil. The plants help you to concentrate it. Now you can easily remove the plant and sort of reduce the volume of contamination in a sort of a safe space.
So do you predominantly do that as part of this?
My research at that time was more of using waste material and also fungal mycelium to sort of absorb and adsorb, to take up and also to stick to the surface.
Sorry, absolve?
Absorb, AB, and adsorb, AD.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
Two different things. One is on the surface, is a interaction where it's not taken into the system.
Okay.
The other one is taken up by the material and right into the system. So what happens is that it gives you an opportunity to treat, say, a landfill or a volume of water, because it's a vast volume, a vast quantity of material, and you can't use it. If you can concentrate the contaminants into a small amount, you could always remove them.
I see.
Yeah.
So
But instead of using chemicals, let's use whatever living material that is available to us. And my focus was waste materials. Things that were dumped by other industries could be used as the starting material to solve another problem.
right.
So we were actually working, if you've read the papers, we were actually working on oyster mushroom cultivation waste.
Ooh.
Because the sawdust that they use after a few cycles is basically either burnt or thrown in the dump sites, which adds to the environmental damage.
Right.
So what we proposed and we tested out was that those material actually can sequester heavy metals. Yeah.
So in essence, that allows us to rethink...
Garbage. You are using garbage, waste. It becomes now a high value material for you to treat a problem.
Oh my god.
And I think that's where a lot of Malaysians don't realize that, because we're in a tropical area, tropical rainforest area. We've got lots of biomaterials, a lot of plants, a lot of microorganisms, a lot of bacteria that actually can do that.
So I think is important is the necessity, the mother of invention,
Yes,
right? Like in
true.
Singapore, I think they take the incinerated stuff and they compact it and actually create an island from
instead of having to
Yeah.
draw out sand or
Yeah.
you know.
No, that is beautiful because it's a reshift of how we look at waste. You know,
Yes.
we've been told for decades that waste is bad, waste destroys. You are telling me that
Waste is good.
waste is good because
Can be good.
Can be
can
good.
be good as long as we understand maybe that we all live in an ecosystem and we absorb that concept
Yeah.
instead of a win-lose kind of attitude we've always had. Because that is beautiful. Now I
and
feel
develop the technology to.
And
Yeah,
develop
that's
yes,
the
yes,
thing. Yeah, the technology has to be there.
yeah.
So what is the method then? Say hypothetically, I have a dump site. Say we're living in a couple of miles away from.
Okay,
a
just
dump
like the Jiltong dump site.
Okay, thank you. I didn't want to name names.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I must.
That's fine.
No,
We've
no,
already
no.
done it.
I mean, there are many ways of doing it. You know, it's it depends on what kind of contaminants are predominantly there, whether it's organic or inorganic.
So you have to test it.
You have to test it.
So it
There
can't just
is-
be a bunch of cars and refrigerators. It has to be.
You've kind of got to know what what is your problem, what is your starting issue, right? You cannot be blind. I mean, and the training that I think science gives you is that you've got to be very certain. You know, have empirical data that this is what you're looking at, and this is what you want to solve. So you just don't go in blind, because that's basically a waste of
There
time.
used to be more specific natural sciences. It's the natural world.
Yeah.
It exists. It's not some imaginary thing.
How do we get this? I'm sorry. How do we get this mainstream? I mean, like, cause I feel like this is the solution to everybody's bickering. You know, people say, "Oh, dump site, littering." Okay, fine. Maybe we can't change people's attitudes.
True.
What if we can just change the way?
I think let's digress a bit. I think the only setback that I think it's difficult to implement is it's a newer technology. Some people might not be open to it. Two, the cost.
Oh darn!
Everything is cost.
If you give it unlimited money, a lot of the world's things can be solved.
Yes.
Just like in Singapore, they are desperate enough because of land scarcity. There is no landfill. You can't put the landfill anywhere.
True.
So whatever it takes, they have to find a way to get it off the main island. Then they came up with this idea, why not we build an island based on the waste?
Waste. Which is a good
Yes.
way of using your
Yes.
waste, you know?
If we reach that stage, we'll probably, do something. But we
are
have
not-
too much land.
Yeah, right. and so what happens with a lot of these dump sites is it's just left on its own to recover, which is fine.
And does it recover?
It does. Mother Nature is very resilient. A lot of people always underestimate Mother Nature. I mean, yes, forests do take a very long time to recover because the rate of growth of tropical trees are the large timber trees are very slow. But some other environments do recover at a faster rate. I think Singapore has learned that even the land reclamation, the
Yep.
the marine environment actually recovers pretty fast.
And if you talk about resilience, look at Chernobyl. It's now
Yeah.
so pristine.
I know. That's what surprised me.
Just being left alone.
Yes.
So basically, living alone is actually a cheaper
The creatures
solution.
can adapt to the radiation, you see. That's the flexibility.
That's the thing that freaked me out.
Still no monsters.
Still no freakish. Yeah. So it's like Eugene said, it's a necessity. If there is no need for it, there's actually no need for remediation technology. You could just let it be. Don't go near it. Mother Nature takes care of it.
Wouldn't that piss off a lot of
I know,
activists?
I will piss off.
Because it's just like, we humans, we must save.
There's this proposal to, just send things to the largest incinerator in the solar system. It will work.
Actually, there probably
It's
is
just
a
super
dark-
expensive.
Yeah. You know how much cost it will be to fly a rocket all
Yeah.
the way?
What, is it Elon trying to solve that problem?
No, he wants to move to Mars.
Oh, right, I
Yeah,
forgot.
second habitat.
I don't know why he's obsessed with that.
But
Terraform this one.
you also can't say that it's difficult to say that you will have no interaction with the site because people will go near. People will be affected. So there is a need of a certain level of remediation. So again, it's a necessity, it's a level of need that determines whether are you going to go full out on it. Like
Or
some,
the less scientific way, if it's painful enough,
yeah,
you're gonna do something.
I mean, if it's painful enough, you take a bitter medication, right? Or a shot. If it says, oh no, I'll just let it run its course. It's the same thing.
Wow.
So basically, it's very theoretical in terms of research. We actually have gone to a pilot phase. I left the research at the pilot phase because there
Actually, which field is this? Is it part of chemical engineering,
it's surprisingly, because it's water, it's part of civil engineering.
Oh.
Part of civil and chemical engineering.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A lot of people do not realize that wastewater treatment is actually under civil engineering. Water treatment is also under engineering. So your drinking water is under civil.
Oh, snap.
Yes.
If you don't have enough water like in Singapore,
Blame the engineers.
we bathe from something called new water when I was there. You know, new water is basically
Yes.
recycled water.
Oh my god, the way
Sewage
they branded
treated
it.
se- if
It's Waterworld, where Kevin Costner pissed into that machine
well,
and
they
drank
didn't
it.
use cadavers yet to recycle the whole body.
Yeah.
This is just your toilet water
Yeah.
that's been renewed.
I mean, don't worry. The technology
Yes.
is there to make it even better than the raw water.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Seriously,
Yes,
it is
yes.
purer than the water
that's
that you get.
Purer than Avion.
Oh yes.
Yes, yes. It's actually quite tasteless. It's just like tasteless water.
And which you will find it disturbing because the lack of that water taste is not acceptable for most of us.
You
wait,
need
wait,
some
wait.
of the salts there for taste.
Oh, so we can't do.
You can drink it, but pure reverse osmosis, pure water
Or
tastes
you-
horrible to you.
Or you can drink distilled water. You actually taste your tongue. It tastes like metal. It's just your own
It's
tongue.
horrible.
That's my tongue?
Yeah.
It tastes horrible.
I thought
I mean, it
that
depends what your tongue is.
I mean-
to most people, it tastes metallic.
Yeah.
Although there's no
I thought it
metals
was
in
the
there.
pot. Or the coil.
No. It is
my
almost
tongue?
it is horrible to it's horrible to drink ultra pure water. I mean, I've worked in a lab.
Yeah.
We have ultra pure water for our tissue culture system, for our machines, and we have tasted it.
Then what is it for then if it's not for drinking?
Well, it's ultra pure. It's for technology. It's for a lot of
Oh,
a lot of
oh,
research actually
okay.
requires you to.
There's a strange
Mechanical use-
physical property. If it's so pure, it actually will not conduct anymore. And you
Oh,
get
no
wait.
ions
yes,
inside.
yes.
No free ions.
Oh, so
You
water
can
does-
soak your whole computer and it will still work.
Well, the computer still have
Also,
surfaces
it's
that-
the minerals inside the
Yeah,
water
yeah.
the salt inside the water that's a conductor.
and that's where you actually start to pick out, oh, this water tastes sweet. No, the sweetness is actually the minerals and some minor organic compounds in it.
Yeah.
Like you
But the
say-
mineral water thing is real.
I just realized we're also supporting these water brands because for the longest of time I was like, what? It's just bottled water. So the answer is it's not just bottled water.
But anyway, Penang's water source is relatively good.
I heard it's one of the best. I've been told many
especially
times.
this part.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, let me refresh.
Be careful. You're gonna make lots
You
of
know what?
You
know
got
what?
fresh Teluk Bahang Batu Fringi water.
You're gonna make lots of
Oh,
enemies.
thank you. You did it for me.
yeah.
I had to double think. I was like, should I not? I might piss off a lot of people.
But I mean, if you have tasted water in other countries, have you had this tasted water in Adelaide?
I've tasted water in New York. It's ugh.
Right?
Hawaii.
And Hawaii is better.
Was it
better?
No, he's from there.
Yeah, I grew up in New York and Hawaii
right.
respectively. New York, Hawaii, a little better. Best.
Right.
Penang's best.
How Australia has, sorry to say, Adelaide is Georgetown's twin sister city.
I know, but why water yellow?
The water,
Yellowish.
the water has a funny taste to it.
Yeah, I know. What's up with that?
It's because of the water source, right? Even with
Oh, so it's
purified.
not pee. It's not anything. It's
No,
not.
no, it's not.
okay.
It's also very hard. There's this very high calcium, magnesium content.
I mean, the continent is actually
very dry.
very dry. It's only
Oh.
habitable because of technology.
Yeah.
Humans just would live anywhere.
So anyway, water and wastewater is basically uncivil, which is a very strange thing. I mean, I didn't realize it until I entered that field, you know?
But do they look at you as how dentists and surgeons look at each other? Like, real engineers, quote, quote, we're like, we don't deal with water.
Well, I don't think they're not that.
Engineers not like doctors? Wow, okay.
I think engineers are very practical people.
Oh, well played. Okay, respect.
I mean,
Engineering is applied science. It has to do something.
yeah, so it's very practical. It's about the practicality of the solution.
Ah,
It's-
I see.
It's applied, unlike some pure sciences.
Yeah. So
No, I don't say it's good or bad. It's just the nature of
the
it.
nature of it.
Engineering is building
the
something.
humanities.
Building something.
I mean, even I, from molecular biology, biotechnology, when I moved to engineering, I realized that, engineering it's wonderful because it teaches you that you go for the simplest possible solution that works. Do not trouble yourself to make it. Do not make it complicated.
Which is actually more harder to do than, which is ironic. To be simple is harder than to be complex.
Engineering is very practical, as I said just now, because if your software has bugs that controls your rocket, it just blow up.
Yeah.
If your car, you miscalculate something, your wheels
You'll
will
blow
fly
up.
off.
Yeah.
Or
Or the
blow
engine
up.
will blow up. Yeah.
So
That's it.
engineers are very pragmatic.
Yeah.
You can't have opinions about this thing.
Correct.
It either works or it doesn't work.
Correct. It's either it's working, or there's something wrong with it.
Right.
Go back and redo it.
So how does that apply to things that are, like, say, quantum, right? That is
No,
somewhere.
that's where it's not settled yet.
Quantum is, I think, it's the outlier.
we're figuring it out.
It's
is it?
it's called the base sciences.
Yeah. It's quantum.
fundamental
it's
laws.
basically what we call weird.
I can tell.
Even in the laws of physics, it is weird because it actually does not obey the basic laws of physics. It's weird.
Even Einstein says
God
that.
rolling dice. That's
Yes,
his
yes,
famous
yes.
quote on quantum.
But it could. We won't know. We probably won't live long enough. It
Yeah.
could be just like we just don't understand it yet. There is a mechanism that deals with all the randomness, but we don't understand it.
So, but back to the engineering part, that's where I find that finding solutions to problems, I think it's basically what drives the society on, right? That's-
Hopefully.
well,
Hopefully.
and it's also about having the right information to make the right decision, right? So, like when I moved to photography, it's also about giving people that cultural knowledge, the information to know about the background, and hopefully people will go into it respectfully and also appreciate it. If they have the wrong perception or wrong knowledge, right, they may go in with a sort of it's something gross or it's something scary. That's where I apply that engineering perspective. Like, let's give them the knowledge and the tools.
Is that ever in conflict, though, with the creative side of...
It does sometimes get in a way because you kind of always think in a set of like it has to have the easy sort of a easy way of understanding it, but sometimes the creative way desires it to be.
Yeah, it desires complexity for
Yes.
some weird
Creativity
reason.
is not just about nice stuff. For example, let's say there is a limited budget or a constraint. Creative engineering.
Yeah,
is
that's
finding
true.
a way.
True.
So there's a thing called creative engineering
It's
in
about-
general?
No, it's not such a thing, but I'm telling you, it's a creative process.
How you are actually able to make do with whatever resources that you have.
Oh, I see. So
It
there's
is very
still room for creativity.
Like
and
he was
things.
saying earlier was what's called maintenance engineering, where you just keep the stuff running. You don't really invent stuff. You just recreate the existing stuff or build more of it.
Yeah.
But that's the part where design comes in, that you have to different constraints. That's creativity, a lot of creativity required.
So that's the other aspect. You can argue that these two are sort of in a way at odds with each other, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very apparent to me. Like, it looks like opposite ends
Yeah.
of the spectrum.
But it's actually not. It's actually a whole process. And when your maintenance just no longer works, you no longer have the resource to do it that way, you automatically would shift gears into this.
right.
And once this is done, and there is a way to maintain it, it automatically becomes the other one. So you do not think of it as two separate
Yeah,
ideas. So
the continuum.
it's actually a
Situational.
Yeah.
Like Apollo 13 is a good scene, Their scrubber for carbon dioxide fails.
Yes. I remember this.
The engineers on the ground say, you have these parts.
Yeah.
Figure out how
to do it. That's a creative engineering part coming into play.
Whereas
I mean,
if you're
the most
if
extreme
you're a
version of
if you're
it,
a
but-
textbook guy, it's like
You have all the
it's
yeah.
not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need all this equipment.
Wow.
So
But-
I think it
yeah.
applies as well to a lot of fields, like even to botany. You kind of got to apply that. I think that's the practicality
And the
of-
creativity part,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the creativity part of engineering.
Wow. I always thought it was just kind of nerdy, I mean, kind of endeavor where, like, you're right. Textbooks, these are the formulas, these are the parts, build it.
So because that's why for me it's people say like, oh, it's a very big leap. I mean, it
It
is.
feels like a big leap.
It does
but
because
I understand now it's similar.
for me it's similar in the background because the concepts are similar.
Right.
It's just that it's a big leap because the amount of the work time is different. I mean, you are not, say now in a lab, on site. Your work now is, out there and also in front of a computer most of the time. So I guess it's almost the same but a different scenario to it. Yeah.
So when you had this great wealth of experience through civil engineering and photography and experiencing culture and nature, if you had to sum it up, is there a linking pattern between all these different facets of your experiences that you can say, you know what, there is some sort of organismic growth or spread or development, evolution just across the board,
I
like
think
a single pattern?
the single pattern is the human mind.
Expand. Come on, what do you mean?
I mean, in all of it, it's always about the people behind it, the brains, the mind behind it. All of this they are different and yet not different at all. It's just a matter of perception. It's always the person behind it or the person seeing it. It's up to you. So for me, it's you may think it's a very wide. So for me, it's all the same. It's a singularity. It's how you look at it.
Well, that is a powerful way to wrap up I have no other questions. Good
About the
sir.
photography, do you see the duality where photography seems very objective, it's capturing light, but it's also subjective because it's how you frame it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that object. Yeah, it is objective in the sense of it. You still need light. It's a play of light but more than light, it is also a play of framing. But, it's the subjective part. I think it's.
I raise it up because at one time, photography was considered a lesser art.
Yeah, it's more of like an artisan. Like you're a technical operator.
Yeah, you just press the button.
Just press the button.
Painting comes out.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, yes, some people do that, but then again, you realize that those might be just. You might get lucky, the 1 in 1,000 that it's good, but at most, if you keep on doing that, you get mediocre shots. I mean, mediocre is not bad. It's good. It tells a story.
I think there's a hidden artistry in it. Like, you can sometimes you can tell who edited that photo.
Correct.
It's all that combination of settings.
And also
The
the
unique
post
look.
Oh, I just
processing.
realized what you mean. Some people, they have a certain
Look
to it.
style because
We do, and that's one of the services that I do
Oh.
provide is actually to edit for people. But I do not like to continue that. I used to do it one time, because I do realize that their photos become my photos. And there was actually instances where, hey, is that yours? Then I realized that, oh shit. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say.
No, you
No,
can't.
no,
No,
you
you
can't,
can't.
you can't.
Right, so
Our
it's-
rule on the podcast is you're responsible for your own
Right.
words.
Yeah.
So I realized that the issue was that if I were to offer people editing, it becomes my image. To the point that at one point I was like, you sit beside me, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. Are you happy with it? Because
Oh, wow.
it does change it somewhat.
So nobody should be afraid of like, oh, my photo doesn't look like my teacher or master.
No,
or
it shouldn't. It shouldn't. And in fact, I do not want. I always tell people who ask me, "Can you give me some photo tips?" And one of the reasons I do not want to teach photography is most photographers kind of have that mindset that they want to be like their master or their teacher. I believe like what my research says that do not be in my shadow. Find your niche. Be yourself. Because a lot of them expect you to teach them like, oh, I want to do it exactly like how you do it.
Yeah.
But then what is the point?
I forgot which musician said that it's like if you mentor someone and they don't become better than you have failed.
Yeah, true.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
don't be-
scary.
yeah.
That's scary. Because
It makes sense because there's no progress.
There's no progress.
You're creating a clone of yourself.
Yeah.
I know, but the
There's
thought
no
of being
improvement in the
surpassed
field.
is also
Yes.
scary, you know?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, even when I was teaching, I always told them that I'm an average biologist. I wish that, and I pray that when you go and study overseas, and you come back, you are brilliant and you are better than me.
Wait, is that why all mythology is about killing your dad?
Yeah, because they don't want it to
Like
surpass.
Zeus, Uranus, Kronos. You know, like
They don't want to.
it just seems
surpass.
even in various mythologies. I can't pinpoint where. Everything has a.
You know, Freud called that the Oedipus complex.
Oh yeah.
Well, he also took it a step further. Like he said, everybody wants to bang their moms. Like, come on, no, maybe, but like
Yeah, but I mean, personally, I feel like if my students don't do better than I do, I failed. I've seriously.
they're
failed.
not Zeus who slayed Uranus. That kind of stuff.
They've got to be better. So it's like you've got to do better because that's where you actually bring progress to the field, right? And what's the point if everybody's all the same and it goes nowhere?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's evolution in a way. You have
Yeah.
to incrementally improve.
Improve. It's always about improvement.
So the ego has to die then for the greater good. I mean, you can't be like, I am the greatest. No, you cannot surpass me. You know?
You can never be the greatest forever.
You cannot be a good teacher. That's the ego
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
If you say you cannot be better than me, you probably can't learn from someone who thinks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you can. That's so.
That's
Wow, that was.
But
the,
there are teachers that are like that.
there
Yeah.
are no,
There
but
are.
the thing is, do you actually learn something? But you
And
don't.
the fact is, there are students who just want to be like their teachers. It's a hero worship. It's a kind of looking up to.
Oh yes, there.
Their
are.
goal is just to be exactly like their teacher.
So would they eventually get wiped off the evolutionary map?
No, they just
They just be there.
Just to be boring.
Yeah. I mean, when the teacher dies out or retires, he just takes over the place and nothing else new is created.
So they're not like the.
Or
okay,
if you
they're
think
just
that
grass.
a situation changes, just like evolution, they won't know what to do
yeah.
because they can't think on their own.
Oh.
They're so dependent on the
Yeah.
teacher to give them the guidelines. This is what you need to do. And this
Now
is...
bringing back to
Actually,
our
that's a much more
original.
scary situation to be in, though.
Yeah.
It is.
That you're so ideologued down that you can't even survive.
It's called a mind prison. You just get trapped.
It is a prison, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Go back to the where we started. Was it Masimagan? Is it?
Yeah, must mind.
How did they approach you?
They actually didn't approach me. I actually went on my own for quite some time. And of course, I think it's also about the presence. You being there all the time, they notice you. And I was lucky because I started quite few years back. Actually, even before COVID, I was there once or twice. And not many photographers go there.
I see.
So it's about the opportunity, the timing.
So why is
So
it
if
not?
what if some people want an opportunity for your photos? Where can they find you? This is the section where we.
Oh yeah, self-promote yourself, my
yes,
friend.
Yes, all you got. This is our section.
Well,
Where can we find you? Where
I'm
can?
always contactable on my Instagram or my Facebook.
Okay, say it out.
Photoculture Travelogue.
Photocultural travel log. Oh, that is a
yeah.
cool name.
Because it's mostly photos.
Yeah,
It's also about culture.
and it's also a travel
Sometimes
log.
occasionally it's a travelogue. Yes.
That's so cool, man.
So you do mostly events, is it?
Mostly events. I mean, some personal shoots I will do, but it's kind of like a niche that.
So are you like a explorer or a freelance photographer for hire, or like
more like a freelance?
You're not a
for
wedding
hire.
guy, right?
I'm not a wedding guy.
Yeah.
Now the reason is I mean, I've done weddings before, and I've done Malay weddings before.
A lot of photographers.
He's
that's
already
their,
married,
like,
doesn't need our
that's a
services.
trend.
And
I was about to say I got 3 slots, but I realized, oh dang it, Emily's gonna kill me.
Live.
okay, don't worry. The next slot I'm available. And it's interesting, but I think it's a lot of pressure. Hey, it's someone's big day.
Yeah, it is.
And you can't repeat it.
I shot twice professionally. It means I was paid. Why I don't want to do it is that people take the iPad, some uncle, it's really
yes.
uncle, and block you at
yes.
this crucial moment. And they get angry with you. It's like, what?
And you have deliverables.
Oh, you also experienced that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the iPad uncles is a stereotype.
Mine was like the handphone uncles,
Yeah.
or the small camera uncles, and they were like right in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a critical moment, and because you have deliverables,
Yes.
you need to give the couples. And those people are blocking you, and you can't tell them, can we please redo?
Go back, walk back.
Say that I do again. Kiss her again.
again, again.
Wow.
So the pressure is there, and to screw it up, it's kind of a disservice to the bride and the groom.
Oh, hence why it's a good training ground for newbie photographer. Cause
It is a good training ground because it teaches you to be responsible, to be resourceful, to be pushy.
Actually, yes. Because whenever there's a press conference, I always notice photographers are like, they really shove you.
And you know where it's another, I mean, for street photographers, and I'm telling this out to street photographers, those that like to do candid on the moment, on the spur. Another training ground that I find was very good, and I always use it, is actually the Merdeka Parade rehearsals.
In Kuala Lumpur.
I guess anywhere would
anywhere,
be fine.
okay.
And what I do is I target the police officers, the FRUs, because they are trained to be very
Okay, the word target sounds very questionable.
Subjects.
Focus.
My focus will be on them, because the younger generation are very photo savvy, very eager to take the photos taken.
Oh, they will pose.
They'll pose. But you go in as a candid photographer, you don't want them to pose. But their job training means that they are very situationally aware.
Huh.
So it's to train how fast you can react before they react.
Oh, it's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game.
I play the game with all the army boys, play a game. Okay, it's a shooting, it's a response time game. It sounds bad, right? I think the guys in the police and the army that follow me on Instagram will now know why I always do that to them. It's a game to test your response time, how fast you can candidly move into position and shoot before they realize you and pose. And do all that victory sign and all the silly
Because
things.
that is a key skill photographer.
Correct, if you want to be fast.
Oh.
So I always tell friends I know, I'm very slow in street photography, I don't respond fast. Join me during Merdeka Parade. We go early in the morning, we sit there, we target them.
Oh, that is brilliantly smart.
Because they are trained to respond.
Yes.
They're situationally aware of threats and things.
Obviously.
Your camera is a form of threat. Well, in that case, it's sort of an invitation for them to pose, right? And your job now is to make sure you get shots before they pose.
Oh,
It's they call it the decisive moment.
Yes, the decisive moment.
Yeah.
So if you can beat them in a wedding, in an event, you're guaranteed to be fast enough.
Before the iPad uncle.
Yes. Or you can even tell the iPad uncle is going to move in position and you can elbow him off. I mean, if you're the official photographer.
Street smarts.
Yeah, if it's smart, you have the right. If you're the official one, you have the right to
my
remove them. If you're not the official, please don't.
See, I really hope people who don't understand watch this. I mean, both for the natural bit and the photography bit. Because I'm starting to realize it is not as simple as click, click.
No, it's not. It's a lot of...
It's the before the click,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Before the click, there's so much
I
going
mean,
on.
granted that now a lot of mirrors, cameras have this, how many seconds before the click they will
That
have
live
taken a
picture
shot.
thing
Yeah,
you
they've
about,
taken
right?
the
Yeah.
shots. Yeah.
I know someone who tried photography with a fancy camera. They just basically burst shot.
Yeah.
You can work, but good luck finding the shot you want.
Because you have hundreds.
Thousands.
And the amount of space.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So whilst the technology says, you can burst shot all you want, good luck with that. Good luck.
So the post is going to be hell for you.
Yeah.
You're going to spend hours.
Actually,
And you got that? Is this slightly better?
and now you see the issue, the dilemma of these two are almost the same. Which one are you going to pick?
Oh my god.
Right?
Then what is the
So you better get it right at the right moment.
what,
then-
what is the comfortable amount of pictures? Like say because
I think if you use the military term, it's like sniper versus machine gun.
Yeah.
or stormtroopers, look at them, they shoot but they never
They never hit anything, right?
oh my god, I didn't get the shot. Oh snap!
So I guess it's up to you. You can use the machine gun method if you're willing.
To go through the pain. I'm not willing. I don't have the patience. I will most likely burn up the bit.
I will machine gun sometimes when I know that it might be critical that you may not get it at the moment that you want. But you try to limit the time.
How do you know when to use it?
Experience.
That's the art of photography.
Oh, as much as I
Henri
hate that term, I know it's true.
Bresson, he's the very top journalist
Yeah.
at the time. He
knows-
calls it the decisive moment. That is the art of
He
photography.
knows because he has done it. The experience that
What is it, like a feeling in the air?
No, you know when.
it's gonna happen. You actually, your brain can perceive it.
I mean, you both do photography. It's a thing. Like your brain is...
It's a flow thing. Yeah, that's the art of photography, not the science.
That's when photography is more than just a machine, a monkey clicking the camera.
Oh my god.
You see, even if the monkey presses a camera, it still needs a human to choose which is the right one to pick.
True.
Yeah.
Except that you're doing it in your mind, not on the card,
Yeah.
Wow.
on the computer.
At which point did you realize you had it? I mean, like for me, I realized I had the third ear for music after 15 years of playing the guitar, and I was like, oh my god, I know what that note is. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. It took me a long time.
Right.
I had to develop it. So yeah. So 15 years playing the guitar, I now have perfect pitch.
I kind of knew I had it. I think like when I decided to go into street photography, because it was almost like a nature. At that time, I already saw. I used to do.
Oh,
more-
because you were born into it.
Yeah.
Molded.
So the
by it.
street photography is more for your branding, right?
Yeah, it's more branding. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Eugene? Because you do.
No, I think
semblance of
we're
photography.
kind of run out of time.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's why I have you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna go on
I'm the
forever.
timekeeper. Now, anyway, this is the part where you want to share anything? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you had the floor. 5 words is yours.
I think I'm very happy that I'm invited,
Okay.
and all the things that I've shared. I think I hope it's useful for people out there, and I think basically I think I'm very happy that I'm born in Penang. We are blessed with so many things that people in other states don't get.
I cannot disagree.
Right? So yeah, I mean, this is a good way of sort of keep recording it, keeping it, and letting people know, like, hey, appreciate it.
This is why we do this, man.
That's what we
because
do. We share wonderful people of Penang. You're one of them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, this has been another episode of People of Penang.